saying, like you asked, like the Quran says that this is a clear book, and there are parts of, and then there is in a different part. It says it's a clear book, but there are unclear parts of it.
Sorry, now, cut you. One more thing.
And the portions that you think are clear could be unclear. Why? Because Allah has not told you how to distinguish between clear and unclear. You're assuming that whatever has whatever text in the Quran has like content that's understandable is clear, and whatever text that has content that isn't understandable is not clear. However, I'm telling you, what if it's the opposite? Yes.
So we have scholarship that verifies that these words are definitely the things that we are not meant to know. Okay, these alif lam mim, alif lam ra, all those are definitely the unclear part. Like that is something that the hadith and the scholarship has confirmed.
So, not unanimously, because there are a variety of opinions given for what they could potentially mean. Anything from it's challenging the Arabs with how effective the Quran is at producing Arabic literature that is both stunning as well as eloquent. There could be even if you go to the Sufi mystics, they'll tell you that it could be used actually in the Shams al-Ma'arif to learn the secret names of Allah and be able to summon jinns. So there's a variety of opinions given for those verses. And with every other verse in the Quran, you will often find a litany of opinions being given by the scholars, sometimes often which are contradictory. For example, Surah 112.
Oh, wait. We have to first acknowledge what you started with before we go to the next part.
Yes, well, this is all part of it.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving you an example of a verse that's contested.
All right.
Surah 112, right? The famous Kul Huwa Ahad. The word samad used there has 40 meanings according to your scholars.
In Arabic?
Yes.
Okay.
So which one's the right one?
Okay. All right.
So is it clear or unclear? Because if something is clear, it's like, we say it's unambiguous. It has like a very clear, precise meaning that everyone can agree on. But if it's unclear, then it's ambiguous. It can mean multiple things. In the UK, for example, when we use like slang terms, there's one that we use called bear, B-A-R-E, right? Now, the way that we use it in slang, it means many. But in regular English, it means empty.
All right. So first, I'll differentiate to you what is the meaning and opinion. The difference between meaning and opinion. So we definitely know these are the words, these are aspects of Quran that we as humans are not meant to understand. That is definitely agreed by everyone. But that doesn't make us stop from giving our opinion, right? If somebody says, do not go there, we all, like everybody has a tendency to know, but what is it that's over there? Like I want to know, but maybe it's this, maybe it's that. So there is something reality to it, and then there are opinions. So let's not look at the opinion side of it, all right? Because we can give whatever.
You mentioned the scholars. You did, not me.
No, so the opinions of scholars are based on evidence. It's not just Tom, Dick, and Harry kind of stuff. You do not.
That's not what I've seen.
You're trying to take me on a detour, but
I'm not.
Let's get back to the point. Let's get back to the point.
I'm still there, but okay.
All right. Okay. The meaning will not be understood. It has been made clear, and yet when we are prospecting, when we are what do you call it? What do you call it? Like when we are like guessing, like making many guesses. One word.
Yeah, making guesses is fine.
Yeah, like make a, yeah, we make a lot of guesses when we don't know something, right? Like that. That's different. So when we know something is not to be known, and then when we are thinking that this is the meaning, that is making many guesses. So let's not look at that. Even you who are not a Muslim, don't look at that, because it doesn't make sense. Okay, wait. Now coming to the samad and ahad and all those parts. The meaning of anything, there are two aspects to it. Okay, there is that thing that you can write, and then there is the thing you can feel. You know that. You know that
There's
because
an issue with that because I could feel something blasphemous, but that won't make it valid.
yes, that is right. You can feel like the meaning, sense of meaning, that has gone some way, like astray from what the real meaning is, right? But when you know that this word is related to you, like you have felt the relationship with the word, huh? Not just the writing on some book or something, like the way it has been revealed, you will know that meaning, it sinks deeper into you. And that's why, like, that's why when we say love God and stuff, like, what does it mean? Like, everybody says love, but does it all mean the same thing? It doesn't. It's the individual connection with God that adds the dynamics and the dimensions of all these things. So when you say this word samad has many meanings, it is all attempts by us, the imperfect humans, to put all these. Let me try to explain to you. Let me try. You see how much words I'm using to say something so simple.
That would mean it's unclear.
No, it's not what. Come on. Now you're just playing with me. Now you're just playing with me.
Tell me why I'm playing with you. If I told
I'll
you
give you a different
previously
example.
that if something is clear, it's not ambiguous.
Okay.
What samad is.
I'll give you a different example. Do you have somebody who you really love?
Wait, what?
Do you really love?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Do you repeat to them that, oh, I love you, or do you show your appreciation in different ways?
Sure.
Yeah. Why would you do that when you have already told it once?
Reaffirmation. No, there's nothing wrong with it.
Right?
Okay.
The opposite way, the opposite dynamic of reaffirmation, like when you are understanding something, it is also something like similar, something like that. When you're reading something in the Bible, you're reading something, you will probably read it again and again, and you see that the meaning gets a different dimension to it.
Okay.
Yeah? It's the same with someone.
Will that make it clear?
It becomes clearer.
If it becomes clearer, why are so many opinions on it?
My friend, you didn't understand what I said.
Because it's becoming clearer for 40 different people to give 40 opinions on it, and they're all contradictory.
Okay, can you please elaborate?
For example, samad. Some people will interpret it as absolute oneness. Some people will interpret it as absolutely unique. Some people will interpret it even in the regular Arabic meaning as just to mean solid. Who's correct?
Okay, all right. Do you know anything about Arabic?
Sorry?
Do you speak Arabic?
Nope.
Do you know enough Arabic to read the writings?
I know enough English to be able to go to an Arabic lexicon and see what a word means.
Okay, that's how much you know. You see, I don't know enough Arabic. I know just a little more than you.
You heading out, yeah? All right, man.
I just know just a little more than you, okay? But I know that there is more meaning to this. How many languages do you speak?
This one.
That's the problem. That's the
Oh,
problem.
really?
Yes, English is a very unidimensional language. I speak 4 languages.
Okay.
I speak Malayalam, Tamil, Hindi, English.
Has any of that improved your understanding of the Quran?
That's what
Has it helped you with the Quran?
that's not the point I'm trying to
So
make. That's not the
stuck.
point. You see, do you hear this guy? He's now playing snake. He's now
Well,
playing
a
snake.
second ago,
Because-
you told me that was my problem.
No, what I was saying
I'm
is
not
that
unclear.
so he is speaking only English,
Yeah.
a unidimensional language.
And
I was saying
that's
the
the
word
problem.
the word samad, when you're trying to
And
translate
who
it
said
in
English was unidimensional?
When you compare it to other languages, you'll understand.
I don't know, man.
What languages do you speak?
Take for example.
You know.
Quick question. Quick
know
question.
Farsi and Arabic.
Do you notice how English works its way into every language, but not every word from every language is in English? Have you noticed that? Just saying.
I will ask you something.
I've heard
You
people
speak
speaking
Farsi.
Urdu.
Hey, you
Yeah.
speak
My language to Farsi.
Exactly.
You know Farsi, you know
Exactly.
Arabic. Eh?
Well, yeah, but the
You
English
tell me, the first time you heard English, after hearing Farsi and Arabic, after talking in Farsi and Arabic, how did you feel about the language?
basically, I don't feel anything. But the English is very smart to find out what's Arabic says, and then they can find easily the word and then
English English has a very clever way.
Memes.
Yeah, it's a clever way
They
of
are
putting
so
it together.
clever to
Yeah.
find- and they did find it.
Yes. Wait.
They sure what they say.
No.
about it.
Now,
They
now,
are
now,
100%.
now you're meandering. Wait.
Honestly, I trust them.
No, no, I don't question that you trust him or not. That's not the point I'm trying to make.
He talking English.
It doesn't matter to me. That's not
As
what I'm trying to
English,
say.
Whatever he says, he is.
No, you see, like we had a good conversation about listening
I
and
have,
stuff.
I have.
Listening and stuff, okay? So you need to listen to me. You need to listen to me. English is very clever language.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, not clever. It's
In the-
clear. It's clear, brother. English. This is
Subhanallah.
not our first language.
Sorry?
The English is a big language and it's clear. It's not okay. It's not clever or it's not.
Okay.
You can't call him clever.
Okay, well, how do you describe Parsi?
Lady, how many kids do you know?
As a Parsi, I always said to the Parsi people, you can't say anything you like in your language to English. You have to learn English to make some sense
No,
for Parsi.
just as a Parsi speaker,
Yeah.
how do you feel about the language Parsi?
My language, I like that. Yeah. Smart and nice, yeah.
Smart and nice.
Yeah.
Would you describe it as different from English?
It's different with every language.
Right?
Yeah.
The things you describe in Parsi,
But I have an answer.
no,
Yeah, okay,
because I didn't finish my
go ahead.
question.
Okay, sorry.
The things you describe in Parsi
Yeah.
cannot be described in English in the same exact way. You can try. You can try.
You can do it. If you learn English, you can find the solution. And then there is always solution in English language to because whoever translating the Quran, he was Arab guys, not English
I'll
guys.
tell you why I'm telling this.
Is that right, David?
I'll tell you. Oh,
I'm not want to be agree with him.
No,
I want to
no,
say ask
no,
him.
no. So
Is that
like,
right
you have
or
to
not?
learn. You have to learn Arabic to translate Quran. Of course, that's obvious.
Yes,
but
exactly, yeah.
that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, what is different with Arabic?
This
different
what
with
I
English,
what I just said about is a problem all translators, all researchers faces across the world, regardless of the subject. When you try to translate something from one language to another, you lose meaning. You lose meaning. Yeah. When I say I love you to like somebody, let's say like my woman is here. Yeah. When I say to her I love you, that means one thing. In Tamil, I would say naan unne kaadalikkare.
Yeah, but there
Okay,
is a subject,
wait. I'll tell you what I mean.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what I mean.
Okay.
When I say naan unne kaadalikkare,
Yeah.
it means so kadal, the word kadal, it means the core of a tree. The core of a tree.
So how you
Okay.
learn it to English? Learn it to English.
But if I am saying to her, you are like a core of a tree to me, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. But if you want to translate the meaning of it,
Yeah.
you would say, I love you.
But-
So do you understand? So
Yeah, I understand. But whatever meanings, if the guy was Arab or Indian, he can translate it to English because the English, when you learn English, you can find the solution. Always.
You need to understand and honor your language and the beauty of it.
He isn't saying anything is wrong
I'm
with language.
58 years old. I know.
He didn't say anything wrong with language.
I still learning English.
He just says he likes English. That's it. That's the issue.
There is always solution
so
in
I
English.
could learn French and like
then I
it.
can get back to
So tell me something. How English people find out about everything about Islam?
about Islam.
Islam, about Indian culture, about Farsi.
I'll tell you.
How?
The
They learn our
culture,
language?
The English culture, the British culture,
Yeah.
they are curious people.
Okay.
They are curious people. They have the world's best universities in this country.
Well, thank you very much. That's all of us.
They have the world's best universities in
As
this
I
country.
says,
yeah,
that's smart.
they have some of the best public systems in this country.
Yeah.
Their whole system is based on this kind of inquiry
Yeah.
into what it is about this world that makes it so.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's what that made them so and so. And that's what made them reach everywhere. And that's why all of us are here
But
in
you
the
know-
UK when we could have been
but do
talking
you know-
in our country, in
Yeah.
our ancestors' country.
Okay. What do you know? This English language or
I remember you last week. Over there, when your friends are freaking out. Yeah.
You know when the English come here, yeah, they know how to translating the Quran to English because they're learning the Arabic. This person he knows how to read the Quran.
You can just look at a lexicon. It's not hard.
No. So I will tell you.
And
the
I'm
answer.
very smart.
What you are saying. You obviously know that. Let's put religion aside for a moment and just think about understanding different people in other societies.
Before we sidetrack,
No, I'm
would
not
you like to
sidetracking.
go back to the initial point that I made?
It's about Samad, and you're saying that the meaning is not.
So
it's changing.
that's not really my main point. My main point is that there is a contradictory nature to the proposition that the Quran gives, that it is both clear, says it 3 times. However, there are parts that are unclear. I gave the analogy that if my car is clean, or if I say my car is clean, but my boots is dirty, is my car clean? No. If I say my house is clean and my toilet is dirty, is my house clean? No. Because the boots is part of the car, the toilet is part of the house, and therefore the unclear verses are part of the clear Quran, which can't both exist in the same way at the same time.
All right.
That's all.
That you started there. You came to Samad. Then I was trying to explain to you. Now when I think about it, I feel stupid because that's something that's obvious to you. When some people who think that they understand the world, they go to somewhere, and then they're like trying to think. They think that they can understand what's happening, and they do whatever with those people or their language or their culture. You know the repercussions that happens to the people over there and in this culture. So in this way, English might be very. I mean, it does what it does. It captures a lot of.
I'm not advocating for English.
Wait. So Samad, the word Samad, that's one of the contradictions that you're pointing out. That's one of the contradictions.
Well, no, I am not pointing.
You started
to,
with that. So
I am not
can
pointing
you
to
agree that
Samad.
can you agree that you have given up on that?
I never said Samad was a contradiction. I
It
said
says that there is
Samad
conflict of
is
40 people.
Ambiguous.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. Conflict.
Because
you said
there is
also
no
conflict.
Yes, because the people give conflicting reports on what Samad is. So that was a secondary point to my main point to say that if you think you are aware of the unclear parts, you think it's Alif Lam Mim, Alif Lam Ra. However, how do you know there isn't something else that you think is clear, but is actually unclear?
Yes.
So that's why I went to Samad.
Yes. This is the way we can deconstruct something. Like, how can we know what we know is to be true, right? Our frame of reference is Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He has.
So where did Muhammad tell you how to identify clear and unclear verses?
I am saying, let me finish. He has said these particular parts are definitely unclear.
When did he say that and where?
Alif Lam Ra, Alif Lam Mim and all.
When did he say that and where did he say it?
Please be my guest and check.
We don't have Tafsir al-Muhammad. We have Ibn Abbas apparently, but not Tafsir al-Muhammad.
Do you know Hadith?
Yes.
Yeah, you can check the Hadith.
Do you have one for me?
I don't have it because this is not something I'm thinking about all the time. You obviously have this argument in your bag and you wanted to pull it out. So you bring out this now. I don't have anything. I have learned this. I have known this.
It makes no sense for me to bring out a hadith to prove the opposite of my point when I don't even know if it exists or not. If you know it exists, then you pull it out.
I mean, I don't know where it is.
Okay,
yeah.
so then again, my argument will remain this: the Quran cannot be.
Yeah.
The Quran cannot be totally clear and have unclear verses.
Okay, so
that's the contradiction.
there is another part in Quran which says Allah has given examples for everything. That's said in the Quran. Okay? Allah has given everything example in the Quran. So from
The Quran says that Allah made animals or every living thing in twos, male and female. But there are animals that don't have male and female.
Okay.
So what do you do about that?
What do you want me to do?
Worms, for example,
Okay.
don't have male and female. Certain kinds of lizards don't have male and female. So what do you do about that?
Yeah, there are bacteria. They don't have male and female.
No, bacteria is on animals. I'm talking
you
about
mean
animals.
like animals?
Yeah.
How is worm an animal?
It's a multi-celled organism.
Okay, that's not an animal.
It is, yeah. I looked this up a little while ago because somebody said that bacteria was an animal. Apparently,
Yeah, the bacteria are not animals. Yeah, you're right.
the reason being that bacteria are single-celled organisms, but animals are multicellular and also have other things. So, like they go through the 7 life processes. They reproduce. They consume food to create energy. They excrete waste material. They respire. That kind of stuff. Yeah. So those things put together are just a classification of an animal. I'm not saying that it's like it's written in the stars, but that's how we communicate with language. So on that framework, a worm would count as an animal, like a particular kind of animal, and so would a particular kind of lizard, which aren't, by the way, made male and female. They have a asexual nature where they can assume both roles. So if Allah has given an example of everything in the Quran, but failed to mention that not everything is made in twos, male and female, I think that's an issue.
How does that but change the way you will treat yourself and your fellow beings?
No, if you are making a spiritual case for Islam, okay, I am not going to doubt that Islam has spirituality. I am not going to doubt that you can be a Muslim and be somebody who is spiritual and treats their neighbors correctly and is kind to society, contributes, raises the family, gives to orphans, takes care of widows. I'm not going to contest that. However, I can find you Satanists that do this. I can find you Mormons that do this. I can find you pagans that do this. I can find you Hindus that do it. So, what then what separates you as a Muslim from them? Everybody can be spiritual. Atheists can be spiritual and be nice people. Are we all correct? Or are some of us wrong?
Okay. The Quran is a spiritual guide. It's not a biology guide. Okay? It's a spiritual guide. So when we say, subhanAllah, I didn't say it. When the Quran says that we have made you in two, it is in a particular context that we need to take it. Yeah?
What's the context?
I need to read the surah to understand that. Come on.
You're talking to the right person.
Sorry?
You're talking to the right person.
That's why I'm here. God never puts me in the wrong place.
See? Jesus loves you. That's the reason. You want to get closer.
That's what you wanted to say. It's
You
not
are a
about the
nice
right
guy.
person thing. You want to say that Jesus loves me. That's what you want to say. You want to do it from your faith,
that's
not-
a fact. He does love you. So that's no problem. Why not? It's good to be loved.
We love you, yeah.
It's good to be loved. Why not?
That's the reason we keep you here. You're not keeping yourself here. We keep you as a love.
It's
Say
good to be
whatever,
loved.
man.
God bless you.
It's good to be loved. What's wrong with being loved?
Nice conversation. This is beautiful and it feels good.
What's... Wait, I need to... That's 5149.
Yes. All things, even in the Arabic, and of everything. Yeah, the Arabic says everything. Relax. I'm always relaxed.
51.
51:49.
Okay, you see, this is one of the problems.
Okay.
So it's 49.
Yeah.
I had to read the whole thing to get to 49. That's one thing. That's one
Ooh,
thing.
well, the reason why I don't necessarily think that's the case is because if you ever get a chance to read the Bible, which I recommend you should, start with like John. The Bible is great because it has context when you read it. Oftentimes with the Quran, it doesn't always have context. It can switch stories after about 5 verses and makes things very hard to follow.
So if you are a human, you understand context probably.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you are here,
Yep.
somebody could be walking up,
Yep.
and they could be thinking that we were probably like we are talking at this
Yep.
pace, and they're thinking that they are also always talking at this pace.
Okay.
Yeah. But they didn't hear me when I was shouting.
Okay.
There is a context to everything. So just because something makes sense in the way it can be understood,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that there is a grander context to it. Quran, there is more to Quran than what you see in like a translation or something. Okay? So you can take an ayah out of somewhere, pull it out of thin air, and then be like, oh yeah, Quran said this, like kill everybody. You can think like that. But you need to
Is
understand
that
the
what I
context.
said?
You-
You're taking it too serious, brother.
No,
Relax.
I'm giving an example. I'm giving an example.
Here's one right here.
Sorry?
Here's one right here. Here's the example right here.
No, I'm talking. Like I'm giving an example. I'm giving an example of context. It's always important to understand context. Somebody can come and well, you can judge anybody by looking at the way they are, huh? But you don't know what their past is. You don't know what their present is. Like so many Muslims, they might have like face tattoos. Huh? I have like somebody would be like, what's wrong with this guy? But you don't know him. Don't judge him. You don't know him. You don't know what he has been through to come to where he is. It's exactly with any book. Even if you think that you understand one particular line in Bible, when you read the whole context, you might get a different image. You should know that. I hope you know that. Why am I explaining the most silliest things? Come on, man. You should have known that.
So, yes, I know that.
Yeah.
And my rebuttal is two. The first one is there is no context behind this.
Go to 550 and 48.
Well, you were just there.
I put it back.
There is no context behind this, is my first point.
You see, this is how you are searching. You take one piece of something and you think you understand the whole thing, and you are, well, making a whole case out of it.
Well,
if
yeah.
you were doing this
because
in a university,
it's factually wrong.
if you were doing this in a university, they would fail you at the first shot.
Well, not necessarily. My thesis at university
Yeah.
would be that this line is factually wrong.
You see, this is the problem. This I literally said. Come on, man.
Do you understand?
Now you're just flipping. I mean, I thought you had something to say, but now you're just.
Well, I do have something to say, but you're running from it. I'm still concerned about the idea.
I'm right now. I'm getting bored because I already explained two of the most simplest things. The first thing,
There is
the
no
complexity,
context.
the complexity of different languages. This friend, he thinks that
Every
speaks one
language is complex.
Okay, he speaks one language. I speak four. I said it's different.
Every language
It's
is
difficult
complex.
That to translate one language to another without losing meaning. And I said, when Quran is translated in English, it can gain lots of meaning. Okay? And he
Well,
was
I
saying,
have the Arabic
one
right
name
here.
of Allah, one name of Allah, Samad, it has 40 different meanings and they are in conflict. I can agree with that. It might be. But he's missing out when I try to tell him that when you translate Arabic to English, you will lose a lot of meaning.
That's not my point.
I ended up shouting a lot. Then I realized, what am I doing? This is probably the most obvious thing that everybody understands. Okay,
That's
the
not my
first
point.
thing. That's the first name.
That's not my
the
point.
second one, you are talking about context. The context.
I didn't talk about context. You did.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Sorry.
am asking
I was talking
you,
about context.
how can the Quran be
Yeah.
clear and unclear at the same time in the same sense? It can't. So that's a contradiction. It can't be both.
Like seriously,
It's either
man,
clear or it's
seriously.
unclear.
I mean, you might like turn to the camera and be like, I like did something to this brother. But if anybody has wits, they'll see that twice you were just flipping and your friend. I mean, I thought like we were talking and you were listening, I was listening and everything. But
So-
you just wanted to jump to conclusions.
So-
That's
so
not
ba-
how
ba-
reasoning works.
So basically,
reason goes step by
because
step by
he
step.
because he is not on your side, and because he's not bowing at everything you say.
Now,
he's
you
against
understand what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm talking about. And you, my friend, Well, good luck.
Remember,
Jesus loves you though.
Remember, our translating comes from Arab University.
It doesn't. The point doesn't make sense. I was not advocating for English being superior to every other language. That's not what I was advocating for. My point remains the same. The Quran states it's clear. It's clear. It's clear. It's a clear book. It's a clear book. How can a book be clear? Absolutely. But then have components in it that it admits are unclear. Like I always say, if I say my car is clean, but my windshield is dirty, is my car clean? No. If I say my house is clean, but my living room's a mess, is my house clean? No. The living room is part of the house, the windshield is part of the car, and the unclear verses are part of the Quran. Therefore, the Quran is not a clear book. To state it is, it's contradictory. But anyway, he was a cool guy, mostly. I think maybe there might have been maybe like a language issue. I don't know. Maybe we were talking past each other and using words that we didn't understand. In Christianity, you don't need to stick to one language. You can be an English Christian. You can also be a Christian who speaks Urdu. It's fine. We don't have a problem with that. And luckily, people who translate works from one language to another know both languages. So they can do it in a succinct and reliable fashion. So, ultimately, if you're having any issues with the fact that people who can speak any language other than Arabic can interact with the Quran and critique it, then better get used to it because it's only going to get worse as time goes on. All right, no problem. Well, God bless you all.